I gasped out loud when I came across this recipe the first time. I totally thought it was a joke, and it kind of is, but it's a real cake, and it's actually amazing. I have no idea who the genius is who made the first version of Watergate Cake and cover up icing, but I can think of no better way to cope with nationwide trauma than humor and cake. There are healthier coping mechanisms, I'm sure, but cake and laughs are on the top of my list of favorites. So this President's Day, I celebrated one of the darker presidential moments by laughing about it and eating a very, very delicious pistachio coconut cake with the fluffiest frosting. It's a super easy cake to make. All you have to do is mix a box of white cake mix together with a box of pistachio pudding. Then add eggs, oil, and a cup of 7 Up. Once everything is thoroughly mixed, fold in pistachios and coconut. It's baked in a tube pan, which is basically a bundt pan that usually comes apart in some way, so it's easy to get the cake out. After cooling, it's time for frosting, and I got to try an ingredient that was entirely new to me, but very old to many, and I was excited to try it for the first time. Dream Whip. Am I the only one who's never heard of this before? I asked around, and apparently it was all the rage in the mid century. One of those shortcut ingredients invented to make life easier for the modern household. I'm all about natural and organic, so I won't pretend to love what it's made of, but after using it, I totally get it now. I made a whole video going into what I love and don't love about it, so I won't waste your time here. Just whip it up with cold milk and another box of pistachio pudding for a delightfully fluffy and very easy to work with frosting. Sprinkle with more nuts and coconut to finish things off, and you have a hilariously delicious cake. To be honest, I was nervous this wouldn't be an attractive cake. I mean, I knew it would probably be tasty, but I wasn't expecting much in the looks department, so I was completely shocked when it came out to be a very pretty cake. The frosting was the nicest pale mint green, and the green pistachio pudding in the cake was actually quite lovely. It's not easy to pull off green, especially in desserts, but this cake somehow does. And aside from looks, it was really, really tasty. The frosting is lightly sweet and so fluffy. The cake itself is moist with a really nice texture from the pistachios and coconut. All around, a great cake. So, yeah, it's a bit of a joke, but a very tasty one, and I enjoyed making it as much as I did eating it. So, happy President's Day, and thank you so much, Evelyn Buffington and Joan Heian, for sharing this great recipe in the vintage 1977 community cookbook More Saratoga Secrets Shared. It was very therapeutic, and I hope it encourages you to cook more old recipes.